wrath of financial literacy, the looting of society. Brought to you today by DaveSchluterOnline.com. My name is Dave. I'm coming at you from my work-at-home studio. And I've been offline for a little while now because I've been deep in thought and I've been working on some amazing projects, several of which include how to increase financial literacy among MLM marketers and common folks to begin strengthening families, communities, people's economy, and the country again. Why? Well, because we got screwed, really. You see, unless you grew up in a rich household that was intent on educating you and helping you to maintain, gain, and grow wealth, then most of us got screwed when it came to financial literacy in our lives. It just wasn't there, or worse yet, financial literacy was taught, but it was in the form of some kind of terrible, counterproductive financial advice instead of the financial advice that we needed most. See, in fact, most people are programmed at a deep level to fail financially. Their success blueprint when it comes to money is all messed up, and many don't even realize it yet. And yet this skill, this financial literacy, this financial equation is so vitally important to life, to happiness, to health and freedom that you'd think it would be the first thing that you learned in school, the first thing that you learned at home, and the first thing that you learned in society. But shockingly, it isn't. Just think about it for a minute. This critical and vital skill is missing in most people's lives, or it's installed in an entirely wrong fashion. Let's just go over, just put a few financial literacy examples gone wrong. How many times have you heard it said the number one cause for divorce is related to money and financial problems? I mean, that should make financial literacy pretty important, really, but it's not. How many times have you heard a story about someone with money problems who ends up inheriting a large windfall of cash and then whose money problems only get worse because of it? It would seem obvious then that more money isn't the problem then, wouldn't it? But it doesn't just end there. The effects of financial illiteracy go so very much deeper than this. How many times have you heard the one about the network marketer who starts his new business venture, comes into wealth quickly and easily, and then begins his new lavish lifestyle so quickly, so recklessly, that at the end of the year, they're running from creditors and the IRS and wondering how everything could have gotten out of control so fast? It's more common than you think. So new wealth or a new business venture isn't always the solution to people's money problems either. Then is it? How many times does some fiscally irresponsible, ignorant bureaucrat with an utter lack of financial literacy make it in the office and then end up screwing things up big time and leaving the masses suffering for it? There are staggering consequences to consider when you fathom the impact of financial illiteracy. And then how many times does an unknowing public vote in another schmuck because they themselves lack financial literacy and cannot see the very same problem reflected in the candidates of their choice? It can be devastating. Financial literacy is missing. You won't find it in school. You won't hear it from your friends. Most never find it around the family dinner table, at their job, or in their spouse. And yet financial literacy is single-handedly one of the most important subjects of your entire life. Something's fishy about the whole affair, don't you think? Does anyone else smell a rat here, or is it just me? A lack of financial literacy won't just destroy your family and put a damper on your weekend plans. It'll destroy your business, your friends, your community, your society, and your country. Listen to what Thomas Jefferson had to say about it in 1816, and then think about what's going on today. Thomas Jefferson said, "The end of democracy and the defeat of the American Revolution will occur when government falls into the hands of lending institutions and moneyed corporations. Have you ever taken a look at what the Federal Reserve is? Tell me that's not a moneyed corporation. It will put total control into the hands of the few who are financially literate and who struggle to control that information. Those who endeavor to control all the money, all the wealth, and all the power in the world. We all have a need to do something about financial literacy today, guys. Check out the financial literacy page on this website. Get plugged in. You might find out you're not as financially literate as you thought. View the opening video on that page. Opt in for 3 brain-dead simple bonuses you can start applying to your life right now to improve your financial destiny. Look for a link to the site below this video. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dave Schluter. It has been a pleasure training with you today, and I am out.